Hello and welcome, disruptors. Welcome to another episode of Mindset Mastery Moments with Dr. Alisa Whyte, your number one mindset disruptor. Because guess what? Your mindset is the key to your success in your life, in your career, in your business, and in everything you do and everything that you're going to level up in and achieve. Hey, this is all about an audio only moment to help you enhance your daily routines by providing new perspectives, encouraging your personal and professional growth, and pushing you beyond your comfort zone for optimum success. So let's dive right in today's episode. Hello and welcome, disruptors. Welcome to another episode of Mindset Mastery Moments with yours truly, Dr. Alisa Whyte, your number one mindset disruptor. Today we are delving into uncommon strategies for reaching your goals in 2024. We just had two amazing episodes with the phenomenal Dr. Kareem R. Ellis. But have you made a resolution? Have you made a list of things that you want to, whatever you call it? Did you make a list at the end of 2023? Or maybe just 2 days in? Did you know that according to some studies, almost 80% of all people who make New Year's resolutions abandon them sometime during the year? And did you know that there is actually a date on the calendar, on January 17th to be exact, that's called Ditch New Year's Resolution Day? What on earth? We literally have a day set up for what most people feel like is a failure. Oh my goodness. What a mindset game that we play with ourselves. And my goodness, talking about the institutionalization of chaos and an actual day to feel like quitting on your goals is actually pretty normal and it's okay. Well, today we are going to explore the crucial aspect of how to really break free when we find ourselves stuck. And this is Mindset Mastery Moments with yours truly, Dr. Alisa Whyte, where we're going beyond the ordinary to reshape our thinking. We'll be right back after these messages from our sponsors. Well, we're back, and January 17th is right around the corner. As a matter of fact, I am recording this episode just 3 days before January 17th. I wanted to hop in here to wave the flag of don't do it, don't surrender, to ditch your New Year's resolution day. You see, you might be feeling stuck. And I want you to know that stuck is a common challenge. Heck, maybe that's why they created Ditch Your New Year's Resolution Day. But it's only an opportunity for growth, my dear friend. If you're finding yourself in a rut, it might be time to explore the reasons as to why. Simple self-exploration can really help us pinpoint areas of our life that require change. And here's the thing. We have mantras, we have affirmations, we've written down resolutions, or whatever you might call them. But even if it means stepping out of your comfort zone, change is what truly gets us to become the person that achieves the goals we set out to achieve. Trust me, in the end, you'll likely find that it was all worth it. That whole feeling of stuckness, it's a signal that you need to look a little deeper within. So, I am going to introduce you to an entirely new concept that I created. that instead of making resolutions or just simply making goals, I want to invite you to do something first. And that is making a success mastery life plan. Now, let's talk about building that success mastery life plan. It's important that we stay organized, and following a simple plan of action that step by step is also very, very crucial. There's nothing that can stop you from achieving your goals when you have a structured plan in place, especially when you are focused on becoming the person that accomplishes your goal. You're going to want to think about every ingredient that's necessary. For example, if you're baking a pie, you're not going to not ensure that you have the pie crust. And if it's apple, you're making apple pie, or blueberry pies, you're going to have blueberries and baking soda and all the different ingredients, shortening. I mean, I might not know how to make a pie, but definitely know if I was going to, I'm going to look it up and make sure that I have all the ingredients available. So this is what we're asking for when we talk about a success mastery life plan. It's because you have to have the plan behind the goals, and if you did, and if you so please, your resolutions. So let's talk about 6 steps that I'm going to share with you. And remember, I said, you're going to walk away from this episode with a tool in your hand that I'm so thrilled about to be able to work through these steps. Number 1, set accountability. Hold yourself accountable and keep a close eye on your goals. Identify why you're feeling stuck in the first place. For example, if you're feeling stuck on your weight loss journey, you're not going to just sit there and quit. No, not this time. Quitting day is not for you. You're going to figure out, why am I feeling stuck? And no, don't tell me it's because the scale won't move on, because the scale does its own thing. But are you watching your calories? And again, I'm just using this as an example. Are you watching your caloric intake? Are you moving more? What does that look like for you? And have you consulted with anyone that can really tell you about how your body will function and respond to whatever exercises and diet you're going to take? So if you're feeling stuck, we're going to talk about it. Set a time. Set a place where you have accountability in place, not just with your own voice, but get people or sometimes even professional, resourceful help that will help you get through achieving your goals. And then number 2, set time on your goals. Give yourself a time limit to work towards your goals, because procrastination can also be a significant factor in feeling stuck. Sometimes we feel stuck because we're spinning our wheels and we're not organized. We don't have accountability, but then also we didn't have a time limit. You know, we say this is why they say SMART goals, because any goal that's going to be achieved has to have time bound to it. And then number 3, don't be afraid. Sometimes change can feel very, very uncomfortable, and it's also a reason why many of us feel stuck, because we're like, gripping fear has us stuck in our trucks. I always say that fear can be like a freight train just coming at you, and you're standing there and not knowing what to do, and that's why we get stuck. So identify fear and then take courageous steps to overcome them. Once you realize that you're scared, face the fear and do it anyway, I always say, right? And then the next thing to do is environment. Who has your airtime? Look for role models. Find inspiration in others who have overcome similar obstacles, and seek guidance, and sometimes even ask questions and ask for help. Because here's the thing, if you're doing weight loss right now, there's thousands and thousands, possibly even millions of people of different body size, body shapes, they're speaking different language, whatever it is, that have lost weight. They've already been successful. Use them as a role model. Maybe you can find them on YouTube or Instagram or whatever. And we're talking just weight loss. But what about you becoming a coach? What about you becoming a teacher? What about you wanting to buy a house or save up $1,000 every month this year? Whatever those goals are, someone has already achieved it, and they don't necessarily, you most times don't find them in the circle that you're currently in. And so you have to stretch outside your comfort zone to find and connect with people who you can use as role models. And then number 5 is change your thinking. I've got to say it. Hello, we are on Mindset Mastery Moments with Dr. Alisa Whyte, your number one mindset disruptor. It's going to have to go back to how we think. Your actions always start with how you think. It always starts with our thoughts. So I'm inviting you to cultivate positive and brave thoughts to motivate yourself into action. And how do you bring the positivity? You have to be intentional about it, because behind our thoughts are feelings and experiences that we have along our life's journey. And sometimes you have to go back. In order to reframe a thought, you have to reframe and create new feelings and emotions within yourself so that your thoughts can become different. This is why meditation and visualization, and also sometimes in my own life, hypnosis works. And we'll talk about that another day. Don't go wild and crazy. I'm also a certified hypnosis therapist. So I use it. I use my training on me first of all, and that's been responsible for so much in my life. And then the 6th one we're talking about is taking time. Allocating time for self-reflection on your journey is very, very important. A lot of us just jumped right in the past 2 weeks with whatever we're going after. And even if it wasn't that you set a resolution or you didn't make new goals, a lot of us have been functioned with go, 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 go. And we're not spending enough time in self-reflection and solitude without distraction to give us valuable insight on solving the challenges. Like you just left it, like you got stuck, you abandoned it. No, you really have to go back and work on it. And that's why SMART goals are so important, because we don't want to overwhelm ourselves, because you have to be realistic with what you're trying to achieve. And that's what the R in SMART is for: realistic, time bound, right? And so I want to go a little bit deeper into this success mastery life plan that we're talking about. We just did my top 6 ways of handling being stuck and going from stuck to unstuck. And now when we get back after a moment from our sponsors, messages from our sponsors, we will go deeper into the success mastery life plan. Okay, we're back. Welcome back to Mindset Master Moments with Dr. Alisa. We are talking about making our success mastery life plan. And while it may seem easy to remain in your stuck situation because it's so familiar and you might feel safe, the dissatisfaction will eventually take over. And that's when you get really, really miserable. The only way to get unstuck is to take time and also take immediate action to make the changes that are necessary. So when we talk about taking immediate action to change your situation, I am inviting you to get a timetable and break down the changes that you're going to make into small, manageable steps. Track your progress and be ready to tweak your system to ensure your changes are making a difference. I am inviting you to implement the strategy of breaking through those barriers to take you all the way from stuck to unstuck by breaking them down, all your goals and your plans and whatever might be causing you to feel stuck, into manageable, small steps. And then track your progress. Be ready to tweak at any time, because here's the thing. On our last episode with Dr. Kareem, we talked about adapting and recalculating. And if you have not listened to that episode, you're going to want to, I would just say pause right now and then come back to this one. So breaking those down and those changes that you have to make into small steps. Don't just take it all in one episode I've shared with you all about my weight loss journey. Instead of jumping up and going straight to the gym and trying to lift pound, I just started to walk. And I started to walk outside, and then I brought it back inside because I realized that outside was actually a reason I complained about the weather. It's too hot, it was too cold, or whatever. So then I find a video that I can use on my television in my living room, and I did a walk. And then there are times when I did go outside. But you see, I broke down the journey before I even got to the gym into small, manageable steps because, like, number one, I needed to put myself, my health, and my physical fitness on my schedule. And once I figured out doing activity within a certain time frame, like I was going with 30 minutes a day of just walking and doing sort of a kind of aerobic exercise, then I was challenging myself with lifting weights in my living room. And then eventually I made it to the gym because those weights at home was not enough. So breaking down into small steps and track the progress is very, very important. Example, let's just give another example. If you're feeling stuck in your relationships, I invite you to evaluate where the concern lies. Is it a communication issue? And then set a timetable of, like, for example, 3 months, and then break down the problem into small steps, such as like reading a book or on communication or attempting to go to therapy sessions or whatever that looks like. But you're breaking it down into small bites. And I want to invite you to apply this system to every specific aspect of your life by starting with small steps. In the end, you like I said, you'll have a clear decision about where you are in your journey, and you'll be able to evaluate the more accurate progress. You'll also no longer feel stuck, and you'll find yourself taking action to improvement. And that is what is key, taking action to improvement. And the other thing I want to bring you, because action is the key to improvement, right? You can't just sit there and daydream about it. Continue to repeat the process whenever you feel stuck, wherever you feel stuck. Now, let's intertwine these strategies with crafting the Success Mastery Life Plan. And I keep reminding you that you're going to have a magnificent tool in your hand at the end of this episode. Yes, there's an actual tool that I've created just for you. So here's the thing. Did you know that people with a written life plan are more likely to achieve their goals? And again, I'm saying you have your goals, but if you have a plan for your life, it's a little bit more than just the goals, because the plan will include the goals, but it also include the changes that you want. According to a study by the Dominican University of California, those who wrote their goals, shared them with a friend, and then sent weekly updates achieved significantly more than those who didn't. So I'm inviting you to shift with me. Let's flip the script and make the shift to creating a Success Mastery Life Plan. People with written life plans are more likely to achieve their goals. So I'm encouraging you to embrace the self-exploration and create the actionable plan to unlock your full potential. Really, you want to be fully who you need to become to achieve those goals that you've written down already, right? Positive relationships contribute to overall well-being, and you'll understand why this is here. Why I'm going over this with you when you're holding your own blueprint to work on for your life Success Mastery Life Plan, right? Positive relationships really do contribute to your overall well-being and your satisfaction in your life. According to studies, supportive friends positively impact mental health. And this is the one thing, that's why everybody's running around saying positive vibes only. Positive vibes only, because who you surround yourself with matters to not just your mental health or you achieving your goal, but for your whole overall well-being. Positive relationships where you are allowed the space to grow, and also you are encouraging and supporting someone else's growth, will bring you so much satisfaction in your life as you are able to achieve your goals. I encourage you to invest time in building and nurturing positive relationships because, again, they are crucial to your overall happiness. Now, let's talk about your living space. Your living space can impact your mood. You know, my mom raised me with the thought that says cleanliness is next to godliness. And if you're in Guyana and you hear that, you're probably having a good chuckle right now because, you know, we even got spanked. And some of my friends from more Spanish speaking Latin American countries say their mom threw the chanclas at them. Which chanclas is your shoe? And I got the shoes thrown at me too. And let me tell you, it's not just that cleanliness is next to godliness because our mom said so. Actual research suggests that creating a home environment that reflects our identity promotes positive moods. So let's discuss your living space. How is it? And is it influencing your mindset and your well-being in the way that you want to go and grow? Because your living space can truly impact your mood and your well-being. I, for one, know that I have this weird culture. I call it weird culture of mine, where before I get in front of my computer or I bring out my laptop in my bed space, I'm always kind of clean up, especially if I'm going to go write a book or create a program or chart out a podcast or review notes from meetings or whatever I'm going to do. I just have to clean up. And so I wonder about individuals who are sitting in chaos while they work. And I'm like, it must not affect them. But research shows that it does. They just have become so immune to the chaos that it does not bother them any longer. So is your environment reflective of the person that you're working to become? Right? So create a home environment that reflects your identity and promotes a positive mood. Let's talk about becoming engaged. Engaged employees. Studies show that engaged employees are 21% more productive. So finding fulfillment and engagement in your career is also an essential part of your overall job satisfaction. So if you're working in a place where you're just told to do and you don't have the space to give feedback and share your own thoughts and ideas, you're in trouble here. This could be the reason why when it comes to your career goals at that particular job, you're not satisfied. So let's strategize how to align your career with your aspirations. How do we truly find fulfillment? Well, engaging in meaningful conversation and seeking out, number one, I always say, connect your work to your purpose the best way you can. It's never going to be 100% a lot of times, but if you can connect your work to your purpose, you will find that, number one, you're very energized to begin with. And then be selective of where you work. If you're working in a job that is a toxic environment, you might want to consider, and I'm saying this gently, because I don't want anyone to get off of listening to this podcast and say, Dr. Alisa told me to quit my job because this is a toxic work environment, and she was right. I'm so glad I heard that episode of Mindset Master Moments. That is not what I'm saying to you. I'm saying that you should work on it and make a plan. If you can't help to change that environment, then you're going to have to select a new one. And sometimes that is a process. And I'm going to say it, be patient, but make sure you're taking steps to make that change and get out of that comfort zone, right? The other thing is that when you engage in meaningful, leisurely activities, it contributes also to your life satisfaction. So when you prioritize activities that bring joy to you, like if you like music, if you like comedy, whatever you like, it also helps you to become satisfied. And this is why the plan is so important, because you're literally planning all the different areas that make up you, right? Your work, your relationship, and the activities that you are a part of. Here's the thing. Engaging in meaningful leisure activities contributes to life satisfaction. I know for me, sometimes I can go and go and go, and I have fun while I'm doing most of all of my work, except for a few tasks that I really don't like. And those are what I call some of the important things. But here's the thing. Sometimes I just have to check out and what I say, goof off. Literally do nothing. Whatever comes goes. It's 1 to 2 days of no creating anything, writing anything, and hardly engaging with anything that resembles work or literal accountability. Yes. Because it might be parasailing for you. It might be riding a bike. It might be walking and connecting with family members. But whatever it is for you, you have to find those leisure activities and prioritize those activities to bring you fulfillment. And it will positively impact your overall life satisfaction, right? Because who you are and how you're showing up is the person that achieve your goals. So if feeling stuck is part of your journey, remember it is an opportunity really for you to work on transforming your whole life, not just parts of it. Because that's the thing. Like we'll be like, we start on the outside, like, I've gained too much weight. Maybe I need muscles, or I need, excuse me, some women, I need a tummy tuck, I need a boob job, whatever it is. You come up with all these external things. But if you start on the little things, because now let's say, I don't know how much these things cost. They cost a lot, but you can't get there. What are you going to do? Are you going to be miserable until you get your boob job and then find out that the boob job did not really change much for you? You still feel stuck. You still feel unsatisfied in your life. So let's start from within, right? Let's start from within with the things that are simple things, the things that are mundane things, like where you work, what you do in your free time. All those things are really, really important because self-awareness and action are really crucial to breaking through barriers. I said self-awareness and action are crucial to breaking through your barriers that you have in your life and in your mindset. So when you identify areas of stuckness, take decisive actions. Don't just sit there. Don't just give up and move on to something else. Your self-awareness is the key to overcoming these obstacles. Take time. I'm encouraging you to craft a clear personal mission statement. And yes, guess what? There's a tool for that. According to Forbes, people with clear sense of purpose. This is why I say purpose-grounded life, purpose-grounded decision-making. Live longer and they're more resilient. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors to talk about our mission statement. All right, we're back. So we're talking about crafting a personal mission statement. What is a mission statement anyway, you say? It can be like a compass for a more resilient and purposeful life. Let me tell you, everything about my journey, we've talked about some of my struggles and tragic experiences in my journey, right? And many of you have heard my journey. And again, I always say that I'm not alone. You all, each individual listening to this podcast, you have had tragic things happen to you and happen around you. And I always talk about the push of pain and the pull of possibility. But here's the thing. Inside the possibility is purpose. And for me, I have found that my resilience and my fight back has been powered and fueled by the fact that I know why I'm on earth and I'm very clear about it. And so I'm so grateful for the opportunity to be here. I will not spend way too much time on moaning and growing about all the things that are not going right for me, because I have so much to do. Being so clear about my purpose, I'm able to create and put so much down on paper that has to be accomplished. I don't have time for the nonsense of self-pity anyway, right? I spend time and I believe in feeling my feelings and feeling them at 100%. If I'm angry, I am angry. And I will tell somebody, I'm really angry right now. I don't like that. But here's the thing. I don't hold a grudge on anyone. I might not mess with you the way I used to. We will redefine relationships from time to time. But here's the thing. I will forgive you because that is part of my resilience plan. I've got purpose in me that does not allow me to be mad and bitter at anyone. People with clear sense of purpose actually live longer, research has proven, and they're also more resilient. This is why I invite you to become more purpose grounded. Craft a clear personal mission statement. It can be and should be your guiding light to a longer life, a longer, more resilient life. So you're probably wondering, what is Dr. Alisa talking about with this success mastery life plan that she's created? Well, I'm so glad that you've listened to the end of this episode. And I can't wait to hear your feedback about moving from stuck to unstuck and working through your success mastery life plan. Now, let me tell you, this is a 25-page gift that I have created for you, dear disruptor. Inside these 25 pages, they are 10 different sections. And just to name a few, I'm going to tell you exactly why you need that success mastery life plan. In it, I'm also going to help you to make the mindset shifts that we talked about to go from stuck to unstuck. And then we're also going to talk about developing your purpose plan. Why do you need to have purpose and how to exactly craft your mission statement? I'm going to also share with you a few pages so you can write expressively what you need to write to move forward with your life, your success mastery life plan. Because here's the thing, your mindset is like a compass, and I'm encouraging you to embrace it, refine it, and use it as a guiding force whenever you face challenges. Inside this plan that I've created for you, we're going to go through the different areas of your life that matters. Yes, we've talked about some of them in the episode. But now we're going to talk about how to move through self-improvement, how to use and how to what you're going to do about your health and how you want to refine that area. Then we're going to look at your love relationships and your family relationships. Then we're going to talk about who are your friends? What kind of friends do you need in order to move you forward with these goals? What does your home look like? What does your environment look like? We talked about that. And then we're going to talk about career and work. And because you see, a lot of us be like, I don't have a job. Well, if you work for yourself, that's your job. Because career encompasses you earning income by working for someone and being paid, or you working for yourself in entrepreneurship and you also earning, right? And number 7, we're going to talk about your hobbies and your activities and make a plan for that. Number 8, into your intellectual and your cultural pursuits. And number 9, your spiritual development. And then we're going to take a full 360 view of your life plan. So self-improvement, health, love and relationships, family, friends, home, career and work, hobbies and activities, intellectual and cultural pursuits, spiritual development. Yes, your entire life plan in one notebook. And so I am inviting you to look for the link wherever you're listening to this episode. And when you click the link, it is simply yours for $0. Yes, I have created this tool And I want you to have it in your hands to ensure that you can do the work that is required to make the plan, to achieve the goals, to become the person that achieved the goals. And so that you, on the next 3 days on January 17th, if you get stuck and you heard this episode and you stop and you quit and you gave up and you ditch your resolution, it is on you. You will not have me to blame for it, because I have done my part and I've done it exceedingly abundantly above what you could ask or think. But you gotta see this. You gotta hold it in your hand. Get your copy. You can write on it online or you can print it out. It is a PDF document. I have had so many reports from you all that are already part of my community from around the world about how excited you are and how this has been so great for you. A colleague from a job that I had in the state of Florida, she has picked it up and got it for 30 of the youth that she works with, and they sat for hours inside a bowling alley completing their life plan. Yes, this tool has already created so much impact in my life and the life of so many. So go ahead and get your copy today. The link is in the description. Well, I want to tell you that your mindset shifting is a journey. And thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of your shift, of your growth, and of your mastery. Don't forget to download your copy of the workbook. Including your personal mission statement is how you go from being stuck to unstuck. Leave us a comment, send us a note at info@alisawhyte.com, and let us know on the podcast, wherever you're in the world you're listening to, what you think about each episode. We want to hear from you. We're enjoying seeing your downloads and your ratings. We love it. But leave us a message. Let us know exactly what each episode or what the podcast means to you. Remember that everything begins with your thoughts. How we think is what we speak. What we speak is what we do, and create habits, and those determine the results that we get. Think, speak, do, become. And remember to live passionately, on purpose, with purpose. I'm Dr. Alisa Whyte saying over or out, and we'll see you on the next episode. Bye now.